chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. The only thing the older ones have in common with the younger ones is that they never decided to change. You ever wonder why there's so many older people out here acting like children? Now, when children act in a way that is uncalled for or disrespectful, you kind of not expect it, but you have tolerance for it. There's an acceptance for people who are younger, who are acting a certain way. Maybe they weren't raised a certain way. Maybe they don't know any better. Maybe they don't have any positive influences in their life. All right. The only thing that the older ones have in common is that they never changed. You ever realize that there are older people who still act the same as some children out here? They have never changed. They are a child in an adult body. And the fact that they have grown physically does not mean they have grown mentally, internally, or spiritually. And they're walking around, they're moving around through life, all right, like a child. They're moving around through life like a little kid. They're moving around through life immature, and they refuse to change. That's how childish they are. They have been a child for a very long time. You most likely have been mature for a very long time. All right. There are some people who stay immature for their whole entire life. There's some people who just don't change. They play the same games that they've played since they were in grade school or middle school or high school or just even younger than that. They do not choose to change. They choose to stay a child for the rest of their life. And that's the only thing that they have. That's the only thing that they have in common. Not the only thing, but that's one of the things, excuse me, that they have in common with the younger ones. All right, you notice this behavior in younger people, and it's like you expect them to grow or to have some type of spiritual awakening or to change in some way or another. But when you see older people acting like this, it's sad to see older people still playing the same games, see older people still acting immature, to see older people still playing with other people. And it's like, when are you going to grow the up? When are you going to grow up? And they never chose to. Growing up is it's like it's a choice that you make mentally, obviously, but spiritually as well, because you choose to either be a negative person or you choose to be a positive person, and this could happen at any stage in your life. All right, you could be real aware as a child, and also you could be real aware as a child in a negative fashion. All right, but it really does have to do a lot with some people are just children of the devil, and when people are children of the devil, they just won't change. They're going to stay the same way their whole entire life. The devil has seed, the devil has children, and some people are according to their father, the devil. Some people are according to their father, the most high. Some people are just of the devil. All right. Some people are walking around here real evil and demonic, and they just will never want to change. Other people, they don't know any better. Maybe they were raised by people like that. Maybe that's what they know as the status quo, or maybe that's what they know to be how life is or how people are. All right. Maybe God can put something on them to want to change or to be different. But there are some people out here, they're just real, they're older, and they're just real evil, and they're just real bitter, and they're just real childish. And there are younger people who are the same. There are younger people who are the same. This is just not for older people. All right. There are some older people who are joyful and happy and cool and chill. All right. And that there's some of the people that you actually want to kick it with and gain knowledge and information from, because you see like, yo, how did you do it all this time? How did you maintain a happy, positive attitude and maintain your strength and your wisdom all this time? Those are the people that you want to kick it with. Those are the people you want to take out to the park, have some fun with. All right, throw the frisbee, frisbee, throw the frisbee back and forth. Go for a walk. All right, go watch the ducks. Go fishing. These are people that you want to do these kinds of things with because there's some type of wisdom and some type of knowledge and information that they could transfer into you. There's some type of positive energy that comes with their experience that they could transfer into you. But there are people that are just real bitter from the time that they're a younger person to an older person, and they never change. They stay the same way their whole entire life. They choose to stay that way their whole entire life. They choose to not be better, but to be bitter their whole entire life. How do you stay bitter your whole entire life? I do not know, but the one thing I do know about it is I know for a fact that it is a choice. It has to be. I know it's a choice for you to, you have to choose to be unhappy. And then some people, they just stay unhappy for so long they lose thought, they lose the idea of changing into anything. They say they've been this way their whole entire life. Why change now? It's never too late to make a change. It's never too late to make a change. It's never too late to turn into the person that you were supposed to be, or the person at least that you would like to be. You may not become who you were supposed to be, but you could at least change into someone that you would want to be. That's why people are moving through life miserable, because they are who they do not want to be. They don't even want to be them. They're even unhappy and miserable with their own company. So you know when they see you, and if you feel in the total opposite, you know it's something that they're going to have to attack because it's something that they lack. It's just how it goes. They see it in you, it's not in them. They're going to spiritually attack that ass. All right. It's just the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Yeah, that's the way it goes. All right, when you don't have self-love, when you never learn to love yourself, when you never became comfortable with who you are, when you never accepted yourself for who you are, it's nothing but can come with that but extreme misery and negativity and unhappiness. All right? It's like when you don't accept yourself for you, when you don't love you for you, it's nothing good that can come from that. And the one thing that people that stay like that for the rest of their life don't realize is that you're taking that to the grave. Things aren't going to change. And on top of that, last but not least, not last but not least, but on this particular part, it doesn't even change when you die. It doesn't even change when you die. If you die miserable, you're gonna be in a miserable mind state when you pass on. God's gonna see you and be like, well, who brought you up here? Yo, straight up, you're gonna think everything gonna get better just because you pass away. The angel's gonna be like, God gonna be like, yo, whoa, 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 whoa. Who brought you up here? He might say the same thing to me. Who brought you up here? All right, he might say the same thing to me. All right. Hey, I don't know what he's gonna say. But the one thing I do know is that when you die miserable, your misery don't go away. It don't go nowhere. You're gonna die miserable, you're gonna be in the next world miserable, because energy is not created nor destroyed. That energy that you have when you pass on from this body, you taking that with you. The negativity, the unhappiness, the resentment, the hurt, the guilt, the worry, the hate, the envy, the jealousy. You taking that with you. If you holding on to it, right? Well, you got to hold on to it in the next realm too. Just because you transition doesn't mean your thoughts will transition. You have to transition your thoughts before you transition, because if not, you still gonna have them same old funky, stinky, attitude-minded thoughts that you have now, and that goes for all of us. That goes for each and every one of us. Whatever you holding on to, whatever you're not letting go, is gonna go with you. Whatever you don't let go will go with you. So that is one thing that I've noticed the older and the younger have in common. All right, the dark ones, the narcissistic ones, the evil ones, is that they never decided to change. And you will have grown adults. I'm talking about people in their 70s, people in their 60s, maybe even in their 80s, all right? Just still being the same old negative person they've been their whole entire life. When are you going to change? When are you gonna stop being an imbecile? When are you gonna stop being a jerk to other you 80 years old trying to be a bully? Somebody gonna push you over. Get out the way. All right, that I pray that that doesn't happen, but that's the possibility of that. You still got that old negative mindset attitude like you had when you were a younger person. It ain't right. All right, you 80, 75, almost 90, trying to be a bully. You gonna move. You gonna transition like that too, and you gonna take that into the next realm, and that energy is gonna meet you right then and there. It's gonna be some negative energy. Oh, this how you want to be, huh? That negative energy gonna be right there, ready to meet you, because that's what you're holding on to. That's what you're taking with you. That's the type of you want to die like that. You want to be that person for this life and the next life. You telling me that's who you want to be that your whole entire life, and you want to be that the next life too. Well, guess what? That energy is gonna meet you in the next life. You don't know what's there. You don't know what is there. All right, something could be meaner and nastier than you. Oh, look who's here. You really want to be that now and forever? That's a hard way to go. Not me. All right, yo, not the ones who want to work on themselves and better themselves and get rid of this toxic negative energy, this hate, this self-hate, past traumas, all these things. You gotta let go. You gotta let go of these things. What you hold on to is gonna hold on to you, and what you don't let go of is gonna go with you. So you better let go of that bitterness so you could become better. You better let go of that hate. You better let go of that foolishness, the negativity you're spewing out towards other people and trying to have them experience in their life. All right, yo, man, I'm telling you, the way God deals with narcissists is the same way He dealt with Pharaoh. The way that God deals with narcissistic people is the same way He dealt with King Herod. All those people were narcissistic people in the Bible because they put their pride before God. They put themselves before God. Anybody in that Bible that put themselves before God, right? They were narcissistic. It's the same thing today. These narcissistic people put themselves before God, and they put themselves before the children of God. All right, people that just want to do well and do right. All right, they put themselves, oh, I'm better than you. Okay, whatever. I could treat you this way because I don't see any demonic energy in you. Okay, I'm just trying to be a good person. I'm just being a good person, and because you see a lack of demonic or negative or hate or whatever you call, all right, whatever that fake tough guy stuff, just as much as we are a good person, it's a total opposite spectrum. There's no even need to go there. It's no even need to go there. That's where if you gotta defend yourself or if you gotta save your life. All right, now I don't have to save my life from you. I don't have to protect myself from you. I have to protect myself from me more than I have to protect myself from you. In the type of situation that you're trying to create here, I have to protect myself from me more than I have to protect myself from you. I got to protect you from me and me, if that makes sense. I gotta protect us from. I gotta protect the both of us from me. There we go. I gotta protect you and me from me. There we go. Look at God. I gotta protect you and me from the dark side. All chosen ones got a dark. All chosen ones got a. We all got a. All got a dark side. We all got a dark side. All right. You really want to see it, and it's like the demon that they're possessed by is trying to that they don't even know they're being used by is trying to cause them to bring us out of our state. All right, they want to bring us into that dark side state. We all have it. We just don't gravitate towards it. We don't make that our go-to. All right, we don't dwell on that state because when you enter the dark side, sometimes dark things can happen. If you're not using that dark side for something positive, all right, to move forward in life, to motivate yourself, to take that anger and transmute the energy. I don't know. All right, it might take you someplace where you don't want to go. So be careful with dealing with these kinds of people, as we already know and state. But they don't change. They want to stay the same their whole entire life. That's the one thing I noticed between the younger ones and the older ones. For the younger ones, you're a little bit more patient. They got time. They got time to grow. They got time to experience life. There's maybe something that'll click on and click off so they could change and become a better person. But for these older ones out here, oh my goodness, it's like, yo, your patience be running thin for them, because it's like, man, this person is, you should know better. You should know better. But but that's just me, and that's just my assumption. So let me not make assumptions. Just because you're older, you cannot make assumptions. We cannot forget that. Not making assumptions will help us not internalize these negative emotions, so that way we can let go and move on and let everybody be who they're supposed to be. All right, maybe that person is maybe that's who they're supposed to be. Maybe this time they came back. Maybe they gonna come back. Maybe they got some more times to come back. Whatever they gathered up from this little cycle, who knows? Maybe they gotta come back, and whatever they gathered from this cycle, plus what they gather from the next cycle and how many other cycles, who knows? All right, they may even be better than us by the time it comes out. They may even be stronger than us. All right, they probably are better than us. All right, who knows? Who knows how it works? They're probably better than us. Maybe, who knows? They're probably better than us. They just got to keep coming back. Then you gonna have to keep coming back. We're gonna move on and be moving up to higher realms and higher spaces and places. And maybe they just got to keep coming back. Who knows how God has it set up? Okay, His ways are past finding out. His ways are not our ways. All we could do is try to think like Him. All we could do is emulate Him. But hey, who knows? All right. But the thing is that you are going to be like that your whole entire life. You don't want no change. You don't want to experience positivity or a better health, or you don't want to turn that to a you don't want to turn that nasty look, that nasty mean face into a happy one. But hey, it's between them and God, y'all. These narcissistic people, it's like 1 in a million. Odds are like hitting the lottery for them to change. All right, their rate of change is like United States citizens hitting the lottery. I won. And when it comes to the lottery, how many people are actually saying, maybe 20 people in the whole United States in a year, maybe? Whatever the odds are, it's odd. Whatever the odds are, it's odd. And so whatever these lottery odds are, is very odd. And it's just as odd for a narcissistic person to change. Just as odd. God has to put it on their heart and their spirit. They're just like the pride people in the Bible. All those people that were in higher positions that were taking out how they felt on the Israelites. All right, taking out how they felt on God's people in the Bible. It's the same thing with us today as chosen ones, as people that are choosing to be positive and going after the light and wanting to do something good and not retaliating and things like that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. God is going to deal with them the same way He dealt with those people in the Bible. All those proud people. All right, so you keep that pride, and you can keep your pride and keep you being proud to yourself and all those things. But guess what? In due time, God is going to have to deal with you. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, you never know when God is going to deal with you. That's why you have to draw nigh to Him. You have to just do your best and strive towards your best. That's all we can do. All right. So that's one thing that I noticed, is that the older ones have never changed. And it's like all that time you went throughout life, all that time, all the life experience. Like what did you do? What do you do? What I do. Yo, I'm not on key today. But yo, what did they do? They didn't do what I do. They need to do what we do. All right, we self-reflect to the best of our ability. We look inside to the best of our ability, Um, and it's like, yo, all the experience you gathered, all the life experience, all the things you've encountered, all the things you've learned. You just telling me you picked the only thing you was concerned about was picking up manipulation? The only thing you was concerned about was just picking up more ways to be evil? Sounds like some demonic stuff, y'all. Sounds like some child of the devil stuff, y'all. Like you telling me the whole into yours, you like from 1 to 10, I get it. From 10 to 20, come on now. I still understand, but from 20 to 30, what? And then from 30 on up, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I know He who is without sin cast the first stone, all that stuff. But yo, what are you doing? That is not an excuse. That's you can't make that an excuse. You can't make that an excuse. You talking about he who cast the first stone and the but yo, the people are that we're making changes. We're choosing to be better and leaving our toxic behaviors and our bad attitudes behind. So you telling me it's just okay for them to just be unruly and like that the whole entire time, and on top of that, affecting other people at that? What are you trying to pull here? That does not that I can't get down with that. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. So that's all I have for this one. They choose not to change. It's on them. But yo, we can't. I want to get back to this before I leave. We can't assume. All right, we can't assume that they're supposed to change. We can't assume that life, the world, people in it are supposed to be a certain way. All right, they're going to be evil, wicked people, just like they hated Jesus. They're going to hate us. We can't. Jesus didn't expect them to be any different. He just went about his life and lived his life. We can't expect them to be any different. It is what it is. They are going to be who they're going to be. And once they get and this is what the Bible talks about when it says people being stuck in their ways. They are stuck in their ways. All right, it's gonna take a miracle. It's gonna take a miracle for some of these people to change, y'all. It's gonna take a miracle. All right, so hey, don't assume that people are supposed to be one type of way just because you are. It's gonna save you a lot of headache. It's gonna save you a lot of stress. It's gonna help you put your mind at rest. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Shout out to the chosen vessel. Shout out to the galactic family. I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light, and change.